Camera's on anytime you want to go.
Hey guys, I'm Kylie Sullivan. I'm from Chicago. When I'm not here, I'm living at home with either my dad and my brother, or my mom, my stepdad, and my two stepsisters. I'm currently a junior and I'm studying electronic news here. And I'm also on the board for UA for St. Jude. I'm the vice president of sponsorship, so my main job is just going into like different restaurants around campus and different organizations and getting people to donate for, like when we have stuff on the quad, the letter writing events, I have to go and just pick up like coffee and donuts. It's pretty low maintenance, but it's a lot of fun and it means a lot to me. I'm also interning with Crimson Tide Sports Marketing. I did that last semester and the semester before, and then this semester I'm just a game day intern, so I only have to work on Saturdays before the game, and I get to be down on the field up until halftime, and it's super exciting and fun. It's like my favorite thing about being here right now. I'm working to become a sideline reporter for mainly football. I enjoy other sports, but I know the most about football, so it'd be a lot easier to not have to learn about sports that I wasn't raised on. My dad played at Ohio State, my uncle played in the NFL and currently coaches for the Tennessee Titans, and I just have a huge connection to football. So I didn't even like it when I was younger, but I was just forced to. I had to watch it every day, and I actually hated it. It was all that was ever on my TV. It's all that anyone ever talked about. I felt really bad for my dad that I couldn't play football because I was a girl. I thought I was such a disappointment, and so now I feel like I'm making myself happy pursuing a sports-related career, but I also feel like I'm kind of doing it for him, but I don't regret it. I'm enjoying myself a lot. I'm super excited to have a family one day and be that really hands-on, annoying mom, because I know that's what I'm going to be, but that's how my mom was, and it sucks for a little bit, but looking back, I wouldn't have asked for anything different. My top 3 priorities are my family and my education, and then just making sure that the people around me are happy. And my personal happiness is also super important to me, but I feel like when I surround myself with people that are also living their best lives and working on themselves, that it kind of just comes naturally. My greatest fear is water that I can't see the bottom in. Like I'm good in pools and everything, but or like oceans if it's shallow, but when I'm in the water, also the ocean is like my favorite thing in the world. I think it's so interesting, and all I do is watch documentaries on like those giant squid that live in the bottom of the ocean. I think it's so exciting, but it also just freaks me out. I hate being in the water. I'm unfortunately not a big reader, but one book that I read and have read 4 times now is It's Good to Be Gronk, Rob Gronkowski's book. I don't recommend it for educational purposes. It's not very challenging, but it's just a really good time to read it, and I laugh out loud at least 2 or 3 times a chapter. He has some really funny insights on what's going on in the world, and it's just a good, whenever I get stressed out, I read that book, or I'll just skip to like I have it bookmarked, my favorite spots in the book, and just remind me that life's good and everything's gonna be fine no matter what happens right now. My favorite movie is The Breakfast Club. It's been my favorite movie since the time I saw it. I feel like that's a super cliche movie, but can't do anything about it. I love it. I don't really watch TV. I'm not a big movie person, but I used to, this summer I probably watched that movie once every, I want to say once a week, but that might be dramatic. Probably once every 2 weeks. It's the only time I ever have, if I have the TV on. My roommates know if my TV is on, I'm watching The Breakfast Club. That's all that's going on. And then what makes me tick is I just have a passion for meeting new people and hearing different stories and just getting different perspectives, because where I was raised, I know that this isn't literally true, but it seemed like everybody was the same. I was just kind of raised in a little bubble, and being in Chicago, that's kind of hard to understand and wrap your head around, because I was in the city of Chicago, but it was just, like, I live in a apartment complex, like a high rise, and everyone just seems the same, and everybody like just wakes up and goes to work and comes home and goes to bed, and that's how I assumed that life was. I thought it was like that for everybody, but once I got here to college, it sounds ridiculous because I was 18 and I should have known that by now, but it's just so crazy to see how many different places people can come from and things that people have gone through, and yeah, we're all here working on the same thing. Thanks, guys.
Good job.